students. In the last class we have discussed about structure of immunoglobulin and types of immunoglobulin. In this class let us discuss about two types of immunity, that is active and passive immunity. Two types of immunity, active and passive immunity. Active and passive immunity. Immunity is nothing but the resistance power of the body towards a pathogen. It is a resistance power towards an antigen or towards a pathogen. When we have immunity, strong immunity, at that time, suppose a particular pathogen enters the body, then our strong immunity or immune system immediately produces antibodies which are able to fight against that particular type of pathogen. That particular antibodies produced by our immune system fight against the pathogen or antigen, kills the antigen and protects the body from the particular type of infection. There are two types of immunity. One is active immunity and another one is passive immunity. Active immunity means, first we will discuss about active immunity. Active immunity means it is a type of immunity which is developed by an individual or which is developed by the immune system of an individual when the body is exposed to pathogen or antigen. When our body is exposed to particular type of pathogen or antigen, after the entry of antigen or pathogen, our immune system recognizes that antigen or pathogen as a foreign substance. Immediately, our immune system activates the particular or required cells, immune cells, or immune system organs. Activated immune cells immediately starts to produce particular type of antibody which fight against that particular antigen or pathogen. That is called active immunity. Active immunity is an immunity developed by the individual when body is exposed to particular type of antigen or pathogen, and it is natural. Naturally, our immune system produces particular type of antibody after the entry of antigen and prevents the development of infection. Thereby, our immune system protects the body. That is natural immunity or natural active immunity. But this active immunity is slow. Active immunity is slow and it takes some time to show immune response. Because, for example, consider it's a pathogen. Pathogen is a microorganism, it's very small organism. Consider it's a pathogen. This pathogen is entering the body through food or through water or through breathing. Or suppose if there is any wound or cut in the body, then also bacteria or virus or fungi, any pathogen may enter the body. Our immune system recognizes the antigen which is entering through all the possible routes. All the possible routes means maybe microorganism enters through mouth, it may enter through nose, or it may enter through any wound or cut in the skin. By all these possible ways, microorganism or pathogen may enter the body. The pathogen which has entered the body will be recognized by our immune system. After recognizing, immune system activates the particular type of immune cells. After the activation of immune cells, they start to produce particular type of antibody, because particular type of antibody fight against particular type of antigen. Specificity is more. They are very specific towards antigen. It takes some time. Recognition of the pathogen, activating the immune cells, after that production of antibodies by the activated immune cell takes some time. Hence, active immunity is slow and it takes time. But during immunization, active immunity means here production of antibodies takes place. Production of antibodies takes place after the entry of pathogen. And all these are natural process. Nothing is induced. Natural only. Suppose immunization or vaccination. Immunization or vaccination. Immunization or vaccination means giving vaccines. Suppose, for example, hepatitis B vaccine, BCG vaccine. BCG means Bacillus calmette-guerin, BCG vaccine for small babies. Usually after the birth, immunization process will start. One after the other they will give vaccination or vaccines. BCG is one example. Bacillus calmette-guerin, BCG. Then hepatitis B vaccine, polio vaccine, polio vaccination up to 5 years, twice in a year, per year, twice they will give polio vaccination. Right? This immunization or vaccination means here they are giving the artificially prepared antigenic polypeptides. They are through vaccine they are injecting artificially prepared antigenic polypeptides, or sometimes they will give dead microorganism, for example dead polio virus or inactive polio virus. During polio vaccination, that polio drops will contain either dead polio virus or inactive polio virus or artificially prepared antigenic polypeptides. Dead or inactive polio virus means, suppose dead or inactive polio virus enters the body, then it is inactive or it is dead, unable to cause infection. That dead or inactive virus is unable to cause infection, but our immune system recognizes that dead or inactive polio virus, and immune system treats that dead antigenic polypeptide or dead microorganism or inactive microorganism as foreign substance. Usually they will give inactive microorganism. It may be an inactive bacteria or dead bacteria, really dead microorganism. Because viruses outside the host, they are dead only. Viruses are dead when they are outside the host. When virus enters the body, then they will become active. When dead microorganism or dead pathogen enters the body, it is unable to cause infection. But our immune system recognizes that dead microorganism as a foreign substance. Immediately, immune system activates the immune cells. Then activated immune cells starts to produce particular type of antibodies against that dead microorganism. Now, antibodies against poliovirus or antibodies against hepatitis B or antibodies against diphtheria are ready. They are already prepared in our body. and at the same time that vaccines or vaccination will, or after the entry of dead microorganism, our immune system keeps memory regarding that particular microorganism. Means activated immune system also produces memory B cells or memory T cells. They will keep memory regarding the particular antigen or particular pathogen. Suppose the same antigen, live antigen, in future, suppose the same live antigen or active poliovirus or active diphtheria causing microorganism or hepatitis B virus enters the body, already antibodies against these pathogens are present, which are the production of these antibodies are induced by vaccination. Now these already prepared or ready-made antibodies which are there in our body immediately fight against that active microorganism and prevents the body from particular type of infection. Then it is called as artificial active immunity. Artificial active immunity. This is natural one. This is natural one. Nothing is induced here. Here nothing is induced. Nothing is induced means body is exposed to various types of microorganism. Particular pathogen enters the body. Immune system recognizes that, then produces particular type of antibody and thereby protects the body. So that is natural active immunity. Okay. Then artificial active immunity means here antibodies are produced in our body only, but the production of particular type of antibodies are induced by giving particular type of vaccine. Here naturally antibodies are not produced, but antibodies are produced in our body only. Production of that antibodies are induced by giving particular vaccine or by giving particular type of dead microorganism, injecting dead microorganism or inactive microorganism. That is artificial active immunity. Then one more type of immunity is passive. Passive immunity. Passive immunity. Passive immunity means here antibodies against particular type of antigen are not produced in our body. Artificial immunity, active immunity means particular type of antibody is produced in our body only. If antibodies are produced in our body, then that is active immunity. If antibodies are not produced in our body, then particular type of antibodies are transferred either from mother to child through placenta or through mother's milk. That is called passive immunity. Or suppose during some critical condition, suppose we have taken ready-made antibodies in the form of tablets, then that is also called as passive immunity. Okay. In case of passive immunity also there are two types. Natural passive immunity and another one is artificial passive immunity. Natural passive immunity and artificial passive immunity. Same here. Natural passive immunity means antibodies which are directly transferred from mother body into the fetus body or into the baby through placenta or through breastfeeding or mother's milk. That is called natural passive immunity. Here naturally antibodies are transferred from mother's body to body of the baby. During pregnancy only. During pregnancy The maternal circulation is separated by the baby blood or baby body through placenta. There is a placenta or sac-like structure which separates the developing fetus from the maternal circulation or from mother's blood. Placenta is a sac-like structure which is present between mother's blood and growing fetus. Through that placenta, some antibodies are transferring from mother's blood to growing fetus. That gives natural passive immunity. Natural passive immunity. Soon after the birth, in case of baby, newly born baby, usually natural passive immunity will be present. Natural passive immunity will be present. That baby develops natural active immunity after few months or after few years, when that baby exposed to various type of antigens in the first month of growth or second month after delivery, that gains natural active immunity. Natural passive immunity means here antibodies are transferred. Suppose antibodies are transferred from mother to growing fetus or baby through placenta or mother's milk. Then it is called as natural passive immunity. During the initial period of lactation, light yellow colored milk is produced in the mother's body, in the mammary glands of the mother. That is called as colostrum. That colostrum is rich in IgG. It is rich in a type of antibody called IgG. Colostrum is nothing but light yellow colored milk which is produced by the mammary gland of the mother during initial period of lactation, soon after the delivery. That is called colostrum, and the colostrum is rich in IgG, antibody IgG. This provides natural passive immunity. Then one more type is artificial passive immunity. Artificial passive immunity. Artificial passive immunity. Artificial passive immunity means giving antibodies in the form of tablets or in the form of injections. Particularly when a person is suffering from deadly diseases or a person is suffering from severe infection, at that time doctors usually give ready-made antibodies, antibiotics, tablets or injections. That is called artificial passive immunity. Here, antibodies are not transferred into the body of an individual naturally. Artificially, we are giving antibodies either in the form of tablets or in the form of injections. That is called artificial passive immunity. This is about two types of immunity, active and passive immunity. Next one is vaccination and immunization. Already we have discussed here only about vaccination and immunization. Once again, I will explain that. What is vaccination? What is immunization? And this act active and passive immunity is important for, usually they will ask differences. Differentiate active immunity from passive immunity for 3 marks. Differences is important for 3 marks. Differentiate active immunity from passive immunity. Here you have to write what is active immunity, what is passive immunity, what is natural active immunity, what is natural passive immunity, then what is artificial active immunity and artificial passive immunity. You need to explain all these things. Next one is vaccination or immunization. Vaccination or immunization. Vaccination is the possible way to induce the production of particular type of antibodies. Vaccination is the possible way to induce the production of particular type of antibodies, and production of antibodies by vaccination is nothing but artificial active immunity. That is the artificial active immunity. When body produces particular type of antibodies after introducing dead microorganism in the form of vaccine or by vaccination, that is called as artificial active immunity. Suppose the same antigen or same microorganism enters the body in future, then antibodies which are already prepared during vaccination immediately recognize the live microorganism or live pathogen, and they fight against the live pathogen and prevents infection and gives protection to the body. For example, polio vaccination. Polio vaccination develops, or due to polio vaccination in the body, antibodies which fight against polio viruses are produced. Polio vaccination induces the production of antibodies which fight against polio virus. Suppose in future live or active polio virus enters the body, then our immune system recognizes that active polio virus, and during vaccination only our immune system produces memory B cells and T cells. That memory B cells and T cells keeps memory regarding the polio virus. That B cells, memory B cells and T cells immediately produces excess of antibodies which fight against polio virus, and quickly they show response. Highly intensified response will be shown by the immune system of our body. Thereby, our immune system protects the body from polio infection. Suppose if a person is infected by some deadly microorganism, he is infected by deadly microorganism, or he is suffering from severe infection. At that time, body need to show quick immune response. In order to protect that individual, body need to show quick immune response. At that time, usually doctors will give ready-made antibodies in order to protect the individual. Suppose if we wait in such condition, if we wait for the production of antibodies by the patient, that is slow, that process is slow. Artificial active immunity is slow and it takes lot of time. By that time, that patient may die. When a person is suffering from severe infection or from deadly diseases, at that time he need to show some quick immune response. But production of antibodies by that person means it takes some time. So at that time, doctors are giving ready-made antibodies in the form of tablets or in the form of injections. That is called as artificial passive immunity. And these antibodies or antitoxins are produced by using some organisms, like by using bacteria or by using yeast or by using some animals like horse and cows. By using animals like horse, cows or bacteria or yeast, antitoxins or antibodies are produced. Then vaccines means it contains inactive microorganism, or it may be containing artificially prepared antigenic polypeptide. Antigenic polypeptides are artificially prepared using bacteria or using yeast. That is called vaccine. During vaccination, vaccine is given into the body of an individual. This vaccine may be artificially prepared. It may be an artificially prepared antigenic preparation or antigenic polypeptide. Vaccine means it may contain artificially prepared antigenic polypeptide, or it may contain dead microorganism or inactive microorganism. Usually, antigenic polypeptides are produced using yeast or using bacteria. When these artificially prepared antigenic polypeptides are injected into the body, then production of antibodies takes place in large scale. Means more number of antibodies are produced in the body. For example, hepatitis B vaccine. Hepatitis B vaccine is produced using yeast. Hepatitis B vaccine is produced using yeast. Vaccine means it is artificially prepared antigenic polypeptide that is produced using yeast. Then that vaccine will be given to the individual. After giving vaccine in that individual body, more number of particular type of antibodies are produced, and that already prepared antibodies protects the body in future days. This is about vaccination or about immunization. Thank you.